Okey-doke, we're back. And now we're going to stabilize this image as I was saying in the previous lesson. Let's select the image. You can see here in the source panel the effects of this image, okay, this footage. We don't have any effects, so you can see here motion is just the position, scale, rotation, and all of the information about this video that we can change if we want, but there's no effects. Which is the effect we're going to use to stabilize the image. We're going to come here in effect. Remember that this effect normally is going to be here next to your subtitles here, to your titles. But I pull it and I put it here next to the project panel because I like it to have it here because it's, for my workflow, is the best. I like it like this. So we're going to come here in effects, okay? We're going to put warp, and it's not necessary to write anything else. It's already here, warp stabilizer. And you can see that it's in video effects, distort, and then warp stabilizer. You don't need to remember the position of everything because as soon as you type here in this white square, it's going to come up, okay? What we'll do is we take this and we drag it to the footage and release. Now you see that this is red. Why is red? First, the best option is that everything is in green. It means that the Premiere Pro is running perfectly. Your footages are not that heavy. Premiere Pro can run it properly and play back the footage properly. But I'm using 4K resolution and the videos are really high quality. So then because of that, it's all yellow. So it means that Premiere Pro is going to be able to play back the footage, but you know what? It's struggling a little bit, okay? But it's doing it properly. Now if it's red, it means it's not going to be able to play it back. Maybe if you are lucky it could, but the red color is telling you the video is 4K, the resolution is high, and now you put this warp stabilizer, that it's an effect, that it's really tough. And if you come here to the effects and you go down, you'll see that the warp stabilizer is there because we just added to this video. And it's in 37%, 38%, so it means it's stabilizing the image frame by frame. That's why it takes a little bit to do it. The smoothness is 50%. I mean, I was shaky, but I was not that bad, so I'm not gonna put more smoothness. I think 50% is okay. So as soon as this finishes stabilizing, it's going to change the color. It's not gonna be red because as soon as it finishes, Premiere Pro is analyzed already all the frames. Premiere Pro is gonna recognize the frames analyzed, and then it's going to be better. So here with the warp stabilizer, if we come a little bit lower while it's analyzing, you have some options: no motion, smooth motion. You can tell the effect how to deliver the smoothness of the stabilizing, if it's with motion or with no motion. In this case, because I'm walking towards her, smooth motion would be nice because it's going to be easier for the effect to stabilize the image, and it's going to be okay with a little bit of movement because I'm walking. Smoothness 50%. If you put 100%, it's gonna take longer and it's gonna struggle a little bit to do it, but it's gonna do it. But sometimes the video doesn't look properly, doesn't look natural, so it's better to give just 50% in this case of smoothness. Sometimes if I see that the video is not much shaky, it's not that bad, I can even put it 30-40%, so don't worry, just leave the default to give you the option, okay? So don't worry, it's about to be 100%, it's 98%, so now we can actually focus here. It's already stabilizing, it's in orange because it finished the stabilization, and now it's yellow and now it's stabilized, so we can go and look how it plays smooth the stabilizing. You see, it's not that bad, it's not anymore shaky. You can see it's struggling a little bit to show you the image. It's struggling. So what can we do to fix this, to make it smoother? Why is it struggling? Because it's so high resolution. So we come here, you see, half, full, half, a quarter, 1/8. What does it mean? What is this that is here in the program panel? This is that the resolution you see here is half of the resolution of the real video. I did this so it can play smoother. I can see it's still struggling a little bit. So what we're going to do is to reduce this maybe to a quarter. Let's see if it works better. I think it's playing better. Still is struggling a little bit, but it's playing better. Now, I don't care about the resolution of the image while I'm editing. I care about the resolution at the end of the editing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go even to 1/8. Let's see. In 1/8 it's going to play smoother. It's going to be nicer. You can see resolution is not the same, but it's playing smooth. So that's what I want. We're talking about playback here, but we were actually focusing in stabilizing the image. But you can see it's not shaky anymore, it's stabilized, and this is incredible. I love it, okay? Now, let's do something different. I'm gonna show you something different. Every time you put pause, you see a good quality. So don't worry, the real quality is here, is here. Now, let's separate this video for now, okay? Let's take the stabilization effect. How are you going to take the stabilization? You select the image, the footage. We come here to effect control. You have the warp stabilizer. You click it and you delete it. Immediately the effect is gone. Okay? So now it's shaky again. You see, super shaky. So why I did this? Because I want to show you something. If the image is like this, and imagine if, you know what, I want to stabilize it, but also I want it to be in slow motion. I want it to be like not in 100% speed. I want it in maybe 80% speed. What you're going to do, let's open a little bit this, is right click, and you see here speed duration. Speed duration is in 100%. That's the normal speed. If we want to make it faster, like double time, double faster, we're going to put 200%. But we want it a little slow motion, not like half speed. Maybe we want it like 80% of slow motion. You see the video here just grew, but it's stretched because it's 80% of slow motion. Let's see how it looks. That's a slow motion, you see, but it's super shaky. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm just want to show you what happened when you are adding an effect and you want to add another effect. There are some effects that are so strong, you know, make Premiere Pro to struggle, that when you put them together, they don't want to work together. As simple as that. So here we have an effect that is making the image slow motion. Now we're going to come back here to effects, and we're going to pull the warp stabilizer. And look what it happened. It's a red line here, and it's telling me, you see here in the corner, bottom corner, there is a sign. It's an emergency, something happened. When you click it, this is opening. Warp stabilizer and speed can't be used on the same clip. So it means I cannot do anything here. I cannot stabilize the image because I give the image a slow speed. What I'm going to do, let's click Ctrl Z to erase the warp stabilizer. I still want this to be 80%, okay? What we're going to do, we're going to nest this footage. What does it mean? When we nest the footage, we're basically creating an image for Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is gonna understand the footage as an 80% speed. And then, when Premiere Pro understands the image as an 80% speed, it means that it's like it doesn't have an effect. And then we're going to be able to do the warp stabilizer. So right click again, you have a lot of options here. We used already a couple of them. We're going to nest. You see here, nest. We nest, and it says name the nested sequence. You wanna name it, do it. I'm gonna put here nest warp stabilizer slow mo. I understand what it means. I understand what is the nest sequence that I just created. Okay, and look at this. Now it turned to green, so it means it's nested. It's in slow motion and it's nested. And look, we can actually now drag the warp stabilizer here And there you go. Now it's analyzing. There's no emergency sign or anything. Well, this one is still here, but this is from before. You just click here and clear all, and that's it. You don't have anything here. You don't have to worry. So the warp stabilizer is stabilizing the slow motion image. As you can see here, it's in 7%. Of course, it's gonna take a little longer than before because the image is bigger. Okay, so let's wait for it to finish and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, it's stabilizing and done. It's stabilized. So this is already stabilized and I'm gonna show you slow motion and stabilization. Look at this. It's a slow motion and stabilization. It's very good. You see these little stops is because the computer still struggles a little bit with 1.8. Okay, but still it's good for editing, so it's okay. It's stabilized. Okay, there you go. I wanted to show you something before we go to the next lesson, because the next lesson is a lot of fun. The next lesson is let's gonna add audio, music, sound effects, and everything. So what I wanted to show you is this. Let's erase here warp here from the effects. Okay, we have presets, you have Lumetri presets, audio effects, audio transitions, video effects, video transitions, and Mario's choice. I created this. So what you do is you come to effects here. You're going to put new custom bin. Okay, when you click it, it appears this bin, custom bin. You can put, I don't know, video effects I use a lot. And you can add all the effects you want. Okay, I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna erase this because I already have my Mario's choice. So you just select it, delete, and are you sure you want to delete this item? Okay, yes. In Mario's choice, as you can see, I have additive dissolve, cross dissolve, deep to black, lumetri color, and warp stabilizer. These are some of the effects I use a lot. Then I some of the other effects that I have here in presets and things like that. But these are the ones I use a lot. For example, let's go to video transitions. I don't know, not video transitions. For example, let's go to video effects. Let's go to blur. You can see camera blur. I use camera blur sometimes. So what I'm going to do is you're going to select it and drag it down. So what I'm going to do is this, so I can show you how it works. Okay, you can extend this for now so I can show you how it works. Oh my God, I have to go all the way down. Okay, camera blur. You select camera blur and you just drag it down to Mario's choice. You see? There you go. Now when you come here, you can see in Mario's choice, camera blur. So this is the way you can choose, also create your own bin and choose whatever you want from the effects or whatever you want, presets, transitions, whatever, and just pull it in your bin. And this is basically the ones that you're gonna use more. And this is effective and very, very, very time saver. So let's use it a lot. I'll use it a lot. Now let's go back to how it was. So don't get scared because Premiere Pro is very user friendly. You can really pull and push and do whatever you want with the layout. That's what I just did now. Let's go back. And now in the next lesson, we're going to add music and sound effects.